Hey everybody, Ralph back again with another video. In yesterday's video, I talked about how you really don't need to be buying solo ads, how you really only need one basic skill and develop that one basic skill. And that's the skill of being able to talk to people. This is it's based on an old saying by Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn once said, to make sales, all you have to do is talk to lots of people. And of course, Jim Rohn was talking about that back before the internet, back when you actually had to pick up the phone, talk to people that way, or go outside, meet people at the grocery store, go down to the shopping malls, talk to people that way. Today, we are so spoiled. We can do most all of that online. You can do a lot through social media marketing. And what I thought I'd do in this video today is kind of follow up a little bit on yesterday's video. Yesterday, we talked about how you don't need solo ads. You just need to be able to talk to lots of people. Well, in this video, I want to give 5 concrete examples of great entrepreneurs who built up some pretty good incomes just by talking to people. Some of these entrepreneurs had other techniques that they used as well, but the main tool that they used was just talking to people. And they made sales that way, and a lot of them became top leaders in the industry just by talking to people. So by the end of this video, I hope that you will see that if there's one skill that you want to develop that you can use in any kind of sales for the rest of your life, it's getting comfortable just talking to people. Now, my first example of a person that really did this and did it big is Jim Rohn himself. Jim Rohn got into network marketing way back before the internet, and he would just talk to people. And he became a big leader in his network marketing company by just getting out there and talking to lots of people every day about his business. And he built up a 7-figure income back in the day just talking to people. He was pre-internet. I think he probably towards the end of his life knew how to send out emails, things like that. There's a lot of videos that are up of him that he made. But his main tool was that of talking to people and telling them about his business. And first, one thing that we need to really clarify here, he wasn't out there just spamming people orally, saying, hey, you need to join Herbalife. No, he would talk to people, find out what needs that they had, find out if they had an interest, and then if he felt there was a sale to be made, he would go ahead and tell them about his business. So, yeah, developing the skill of just talking to people is a valuable skill to have. And it's one that you can grow over time just through practice. Yes, there are lots of trainings out there. There are a lot of webinars out there. There are a lot of teachings out there, and I've gone through a lot of them myself. And in my company that I represent, we have a lot of training along those lines too. But the main thing that you need to do is just to learn by practice. Get out there and start talking to people. The second person on my list here that I want to talk about built up multiple 7-figure incomes just by talking to people. That was his primary thing that he did, is Paul Hutchings. And he is one of my mentors that I have in my own business community that I'm a part of. And what I like about Paul is that I'm a big fan of Jim Rohn, and Paul Hutchings was mentored by Jim Rohn. So it's kind of neat having that line of succession right there in my mentorship. I never met Jim Rohn in person. I've seen his videos. I've read his books. I've gotten a lot of value from his teachings, and I never really heard about Jim Rohn until after he was dead. But Paul Hutchings, I know. Paul Hutchings, I attend masterminds with him, And I mean, he is an incredible leader, and he has built up multiple seven-figure income streams just by talking to people. Another lady in our home business community, Marion LaSalle. Now, she is interesting. I don't know if she's a seven-figure earner or just a six-figure earner, but she has built up a comfortable income stream, several comfortable income streams, just by talking to people. And in one mastermind that I attended that she was leading, she let slip the fact that she doesn't really use a lot of technology. She knows what an autoresponder is. She doesn't use an autoresponder, which is pretty interesting in my company, because autoresponders and funnel builders, that's the main thing that we talk about, right? The main thing that we sell, as well as training as far as how to talk to people and how to find leads and how to convert leads into prospects and make sales and things like that. Well, Marion LaSalle, she is one of the big leaders in our company. She doesn't use the autoresponder. She just likes talking to people, and she's got great people skills. And when I signed up for one of the masterminds that she was doing, and it was a whole $5 a month to get involved in that weekly mastermind that she did, I gave her my name, my phone number, my email address. First thing that she did, she sent me a personalized email. She just sat down at the keyboard, whacked it out in about 10 minutes, and sent it to me. And at the end of that email, she said, "Hey, I would like to talk to you. Do you have time to chat on the phone for a few minutes?" And I thought, I knew who she was. I knew she had a lot of value to share. So I said, "Yeah, sure. I'm available. Call within the next 10 minutes and we can chat." And I mean, she's just got really great people skills, and she utilizes them to create income streams that, again, I don't know if she's a seven-figure earner or just a six-figure earner, but she makes a comfortable living online just by using the simple skill of getting out there on the internet and talking to people. And I mean, she's done wonders. One of the most amazing women, though, that I have heard, who did build up multiple seven-figure income streams just by talking to people, is a little Mexican lady by the name of Maria Vargas Lugo. Now, this lady got into network marketing, did not know a darn thing about computers, did not know anything about network marketing or advertising or solo ads or autoresponders or any of that stuff. And her family told her, if you want to get into network marketing, we think that you're going to be crazy trying to do that because you have no computer skills. And but she did have great people skills. She had excellent communication skills, and in her company, within 2 months, and this is an incredible feat, she became a double diamond leader in her company within 2 months. She did an interview with Eric Worre through an interpreter. The lady does not speak English, but she does a lot of talking in Spanish. And she shared how within 60 days, I believe 60 to 90 days, she had personally enrolled, about 500 plus people in her business. And I mean, she really knocked it out of the park. Her success is not normal. Her success is rather unusual, but it does show the power of just getting out there and talking to people every day about your business. And in Maria Vargas Lugo's case, she was so bad about doing things online, doing things on the internet. She did not do social media marketing. What she did, she went down to the corner grocery store every day, hung out in the produce section, talking to people about her business and just chatting them up, talking about the produce. And she was in a health and wellness company. And she would ask them, what do you know about the health benefits of this fruit or this vegetable? And once you got a little conversation going, then she'd let them know the reason why I'm interested in the health benefits of fruits, vegetables, and food is that I'm in a health and wellness company. And then if they indicated they were interested in taking a look, she would take her pen and paper, write down her affiliate link on a piece of paper, hand it to them, and say, "Here, this is my phone number. This is the website you can go to join up on. Got any questions, call me." And using that technique, very simple technique of talking to people every day, she was able to recruit about 500 plus people within about, I think it was about an 8-week period, if I'm remembering the interview correctly. So she really knocked it out of the park just with her communication skills. So an incredible lady, Maria Vargas Lugo. Check her out online. Her story is amazing. And then the last guy I want to talk about, Ray Higdon. This is a guy that he's not been one of my personal mentors, but I've read a lot of his books. And this is a guy that was big into real estate back before the first real estate bubble, broke back in 2007, 2008. Went from being a big real estate guy to being heavily in debt, broke. And he rebounded by getting into network marketing. And his strategy was talking to lots of people every day about his business. He used the go for no method, which in his case, he talked to people every day until he heard the word no 20 times. And then when he got 20 no's for one day, that was it. He'd say, okay, my workday is over. I've reached my goal. He just set a goal that he wanted to hear the word no 20 times every day. And the thing about that method is that good marketers, good salespeople will generally get about 9 or 10 no's for every one yes that they hear. Bad salespeople, bad marketers, maybe a lot higher than that, maybe 20 no's to one yes or 30 no's to one yes. But once you start getting better at talking to people about your business, your number of yeses go up. And the mistake that a lot of people make is that after hearing the word no 5 times or less, a lot of people want to quit. They want to throw in the towel. They just want to quit. And when you're using the go for no method, you set a limit, a daily limit of the number of no's you want to hear. Some people put it at 10. Ray Higdon put it at 20. And you then look forward almost. Actually, once you start using the method, you do look forward to hearing the word no, because you've developed the mindset that every no that you hear is taking you one step closer to hearing that yes. And in Ray Higdon's case, he was calling people on the phone. He used what we called back in the day a phone book. And he would cold call people on the phone book. He would be chatting people up on Facebook. He'd be making YouTube videos, and he'd be talking to people on YouTube. He'd be talking to people on Twitter, and he'd be using all kinds of social media. I think he uses LinkedIn now. I'm not sure if he used that back in the day. Pretty sure that he did. But any opportunity that he could find to talk to people, either on or offline, he would use. And in his case, within 1 year of building up his network marketing business by just talking to people, he built up $1 million income stream. So a pretty remarkable guy in and of his own. Let's just put it like that. So yeah, those are 5 concrete examples of real life people that made pretty good money just by developing the skill of getting out there and talking to people and then utilizing that skill every day. Now, if you want to use the talking to people method, that's what I'm going to call it here, the talking to people method, know that you probably won't be getting results right away. Because if you've never done sales before, if you've never really been comfortable talking to strangers before, the first few times that you do this, it's going to feel awkward. And I know, I am a real introvert myself. Normally, I'm not comfortable in front of a camera. I've been doing this now for a while. I'm getting more comfortable with it. Normally, I'm not comfortable reaching out to strangers online or in public, face to face. But the more that I do it, the better I get at it, the easier it becomes. So if you're just starting out in sales, in any kind of home-based business that necessitates you talking to people, then the first few times that you do this, you probably won't be getting a whole lot of success. But who knows, you might. But don't take it hard. Don't take it personal. Just say to yourself, I am learning. And the more that you do it, the better you'll become and the more sales you will begin to make. But we have 5 examples of really good people. A lot of them, like Paul Hutchings, I think he's more of an extrovert, though. He strikes me as a very extroverted person. His business partner, though, Mike Hobbs, used the same method, built up multiple 7-figure income streams. He's an extreme introvert, more introverted than I. And Ray Higdon, I think he was an introvert back in the day, too. He's worked his way out of it. But yeah, back when he was first getting started in network marketing, was kind of an introvert. So even introverts who really are not comfortable getting out there talking to folks can learn to become good at talking to people and building businesses just by engaging people in real conversations. One trick, though, that you got to keep in mind is that when you're out there talking to people, you don't necessarily want to start out the conversation by saying, hey, I got this great business. You can make money with it. Would you like to take a look? That's one way you can do it. That is one way you can do it. I know of folks who have done it that way, and they do make sales if they keep their numbers high enough. But the best way that I've seen to really make sales online is to talk to people not with the idea that you're going to make a sale, not with your primary goal being that I want to make this person buy my product or my service. No, you need to start the conversation wanting to find out, who is this person? What are their needs? What's their story in life? Do they have a need for what I have to sell? And then if they have a need, invite them, let them know about your offer and invite them to take a look. So your first few steps in the conversation process, it's not going to be trying to, hard nose them into buying your product. And I've had people on Facebook do this to me endlessly. They say, hey, you're an online entrepreneur. You need to buy solo ads. I'm selling solo ads. How many do you want to buy? I generally block people like that pretty fast. But then you'll also get a few other people on Facebook and elsewhere on social media who'll start chatting you up and just finding out, what do you do for a living? How well are you doing at what you do? How long have you been doing it? And are you interested in potentially buying something that I have to offer? Do you have a problem that I can help to solve? And if they don't try to create problems for them. Just move on to the next person. But the first few steps in the conversation process is going to be you getting to know them, and even more importantly, letting them get to know you. Because once people get to know you, like you, and trust you, they're going to be a lot more likely to go into business with you or to buy your products than they would be if they don't know you at all. And the mistake so many people make in trying to start up online conversations is that they will start conversations trying to sell to the person before they even know who the person is and before the other person knows who they are. So, yeah, first few steps, you got to build a relationship with people, build a rapport. And this can take place in some cases pretty quickly. Some cases it can happen within a few hours or a few days. Other cases it may take a few weeks to a few months. But however long it takes, be willing to build a rapport with a person and find out, okay, what do they do? Do they have a need for what you have to sell? And then if they have a need for what you have to sell, let them know. Invite them to take a look. And if they say no, don't try to pressure them into saying yes. Just move on to the next person. Follow up later with the person that said no. See if things have changed with them in their life. But yeah, don't try to pressure them into into buying your product, because this should be done naturally, in my opinion. And once you get good at talking to people, sharing value with people, getting to understand what their problems are, and looking in your own little arsenal and see what tools that you have, what products that you have that might potentially help that person solve real life problems, the better you get at doing that, the more sales you are going to be making. But this is a learned skill. Most people that I have dealt with are not natural born salesmen. There are people out there that are born with the gift of gab. My mother was one of them. She was very good in our family business. My dad had to develop that skill over time. I really had to develop that skill over time. But most people in sales that I know of really had to grow into becoming a great salesperson. And so give yourself some time, give yourself some patience to get comfortable talking with people every day. Learn from your mistakes as you go. And if you've got some time, you can find a lot of training online. You can find a lot of free videos on YouTube. You can find some very inexpensive paid trainings that will teach you the fine art of winning friends, influencing people, chatting people up, and getting comfortable talking to strangers. And once you get good at relationship building, engaging with your customers, and talking with potential clients, then you will start to see your sales take off. But be patient, it takes time. But this is a skill set that you can develop very cheaply without buying any ads, and just by getting out there on social media and talking to people. And it's Max Steingart, another guy that built up multiple seven-figure income streams just by talking to people, and a guy who is still a big trainer in this, you know, social media marketing method. He has really built up a lot of income streams using this technique. And yeah, he says that just get out there and talk to people. And yes, you can get going pretty fast, but you just got to do it. And the more you do it, the better you get at it, the more comfortable you get at it, the better off you will be. And you will grow a skill set that you can use anywhere, online, offline, and a skill that no one can take away from you. A lot of people are becoming very dependent on AI. And what happens if you're out at the grocery store? You don't even have your smartphone with you. You're away from your keyboard. You're away from AI. And somebody starts chatting you up. They want to know about your business. What are you going to do? Are you going to take a little bit of time to talk to them right then and there about your business? Utilize what people skills that you have? Or are you going to say, hey, wait a minute. I can't talk to you right now. I don't have my AI with me. Give me your email address and your phone number, and I'll call you right back and let my AI explain everything to you. What are the odds that people are actually going to do that? A lot of people like the personal touch. We like human on human relationships. And when people start picking up on the fact that you're using AI because you don't know how to talk to other people, you don't have any people skills of your own, then a lot of people will tend to shy away from you. I know I do. I prefer people that are real people, that are willing to communicate like real people. And so once you develop the skill of being able to talk to people face to face or online or on the phone or however you do it, you develop a skill set that you can use anywhere, online, offline, behind a computer screen, or in the produce section of your local grocery store or car dealership or wherever you happen to be. And this will be a skill that you can continue to grow, continue to use to build up multiple income streams with, multiple businesses with, and it's a skill that no one will be able to take away from you. There may come a time in which governments around the world may start banning AI, may start limiting AI. There may come a time when people that build AI systems may price them beyond your income range. And so, what happens when you lose access to AI theoretically? Uh, what do you have to fall back on then? Well, when you learn how to talk to people, you learn how to get comfortable talking to folks, you develop communication skills that you can use with or without AI and just one-on-one with folks that you meet in the real world. So this is a valuable skill that I think people would be foolish not to learn. And you can learn it pretty easily just by getting out there and practicing doing it. So that's the video for today. But yeah, can I really make money from just talking to people? The answer to that is a simple yes, but you do have to get good at doing it, and you have to build up your people skills. But once you got your people skills built up, your only limit, as Napoleon Hill once said, your only limit at that point is in your mind and in your imagination. So get good talking to people, get used to talking to people, and then talk to lots of people every day. Because as Jim Rohn once said, the good news about this method is there are lots of people to talk to. And with the internet, we have a tool that Jim Rohn didn't have back in the day when he first started out. And we can really crush it just by using a few simple internet tools and our communication skills. So, hope you found some value in this. This is Ralph signing out. Be back later on with another topic. And if you like to see what I do, I am involved in an affiliate marketing school that one of our co-founders is a guy who was mentored by Jim Rohn. And it's an affiliate marketing school that has a lot of good training, a lot of good tools, pays 80% recurring commissions. So if you're looking to build a good income stream fast, if you're looking for a company that you can get into profit with more quickly, with ours, it's really good because you make 2 sales. Not only are the products free to you, but you're already in profit. So yeah, make 2 sales and you're already in profit. Just go to my main link, check it out, ralphshomebiz.com, and see if it's right for you. And if you want to talk to me, reach out to me wherever you're seeing this video. Be more than happy to chat with you about whatever it is you'd like to do in your home-based business. I've been involved in home-based business in one capacity or another since 2011. My wife and I have been earning a full-time income doing home-based business since that time. And so I do have a little bit of experience in this field myself. So yeah, if you like to chat, reach out to me. Be more than happy to talk with you either online, offline, however. So this is Ralph signing out. Thanks again for dropping by. Catch you in future updates. So long. As always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe.